The Los Angeles Dodgers have done it again. First, they stole Shohei Ohtani from the rest of the league. Then they broke the bank for Yoshinobu Yamamoto. And now they've landed another generational Japanese talent, Roki Sasaki. If you don't know who he is yet, you're about to. Because this guy, he's not just good, he's a baseball phenomenon. Sasaki's fastball is faster than your Wi-Fi connection. His splitter disappears like your paycheck on payday. And his dominance in Japan has left hitters questioning their career choices.
Sasaki, known as the monster of the Reiwa era, basically saying once-in-a-generation talent.
Now he's coming to the biggest stage in the world, signing with the reigning World Series champions. And here's the problem. MLB is not ready. Because this isn't just another young pitcher. This is the guy who threw the greatest game in Japanese baseball history at 20 years old. The same guy who had a 19 strikeout perfect game, followed by another near-perfect game just a week later. And while the Dodgers just robbed Japan blind by signing him under international free agent rules, the rest of the MLB is left wondering, how are we supposed to hit this guy? Roki Sasaki's story didn't start on the mound. It started with an unimaginable tragedy. Born on November 3, 2001, in Rikuzen, Takata, Japan, Sasaki was just 9 years old when the 2011 Great Eastern Japan earthquake and tsunami struck. The disaster took the lives of his grandfather and father and completely destroyed his home. With nothing left, his family relocated to Ofunado, where Sasaki found his escape, baseball. From the start, he was different. A lanky kid with an arm that seemed straight out of a video game. By high school, he was shattering records, throwing 99.4 miles per hour, tying Shohei Ohtani's high school record. Scouts even whispered about him hitting 101.2 miles per hour as a teenager. By the time he was eligible for the 2019 NPB draft, every team wanted him. 4 franchises: Nippon Ham Fighters, Chiba Lotte Mariners, Rakuten Golden Eagles, and Seibu Lions all fought for him, with Chiba Lotte winning the lottery. And just like that, Japan's next baseball superweapon was born. Roki Sasaki's road to stardom wasn't immediate, it was meticulously crafted. When he joined the Chiba Lotte Marines in 2020, the team made a controversial decision. He didn't pitch a single game that season. Instead, they handled him with extreme caution, determined to develop his raw talent into something extraordinary. While fans eagerly awaited his debut, the Marines prioritized his long-term potential over immediate results, a strategy often seen with generational talents. In 2021, Sasaki finally took the mound, giving Japanese baseball a glimpse of what was coming. His rookie campaign was solid, but unspectacular. He posted a 3-2 record with a 2.27 ERA, striking out 68 batters in 63.1 innings. The numbers were promising, but they barely scratched the surface of what he was capable of. He even started the Marines' first playoff game, striking out 10 in 6 innings, but a blown lead by the bullpen robbed him of the win. He was impressive, but he wasn't a household name, yet. Then came 2022, the season that transformed Sasaki from an intriguing young arm into a baseball legend. On April 10th, he delivered what might be the single greatest pitching performance in Japanese baseball history. A perfect game, 27 batters up, 27 down. But it wasn't just any perfect game. Sasaki struck out 19 hitters, including a record-breaking streak of 13 consecutive strikeouts, a feat no other pitcher in Nippon professional baseball, NPB, had ever accomplished. To put that in perspective, no Major League Baseball pitcher has ever recorded 19 strikeouts in a perfect game. Sasaki made it look effortless. It's well known his talent is pretty much unmatched. Former White Sox draftee James Dykstra, who pitched alongside Sasaki with the Marines last year, told MLB.com, "I came back from watching that bullpen and said, this is probably one of the greatest pitchers I've ever seen alive. Every time he pitched was more and more impressive. I can't think of a single person that has this much raw talent." And if that wasn't enough, he followed it up with another mind-bending performance. In his very next start, on April 16th, he threw 8 more perfect innings, retiring 24 straight batters before being pulled from the game due to pitch count restrictions. This meant over 2 starts, Sasaki had faced 52 consecutive hitters without allowing a single one to reach base. The streak ended in his next outing, but by then, his dominance had become undeniable. Hitters weren't just striking out against him, they were walking back to the dugout wondering if they'd chosen the wrong profession. By the end of the 2022 season, Sasaki finished with a 9-4 record of dazzling 2.02 ERA and an absurd 173 strikeouts in just 129 innings. His fastball had officially reached Shohei Ohtani levels, touching 109.9 miles per hour, and his splitter was dawning comparisons to the best in the game.
Rosarena strikes out swinging, 102.
He wasn't just another talented Japanese pitcher, he was the future. And just like that, MLB scouts were salivating. By 2023, Roki Sasaki was no longer just a rising star in Japan. He had become an international phenomenon.
He is dynamic. I mean, they're talking about ahead of Ohtani and his pitching, and we all know what Ohtani's doing as a pitcher. His ability to throw a fastball free and easy and repeat his mechanics and that split finger, he didn't even throw his slider or curveball.
That opportunity came when Japan called him up for the World Baseball Classic, a tournament that would only add to his growing legend. On March 11, 2023, Sasaki took the mound for his first WBC start, a game that carried immense personal significance.
Emotion and pride did you bring to the mound tonight for your country, for your family as well?
You know, obviously it was a game that I couldn't lose, and, you know, I let the first one go, but, you know, I let it all that I had, so.
It was exactly 12 years to the day after the devastating earthquake and tsunami that had shaped his childhood, a tragedy that took his father and grandparents. Facing the Czech Republic, Sasaki wasted no time showing the world what made him special.
And today marks the 12th anniversary of the 3/11 tragedy, when an earthquake and tsunami claimed the lives of nearly 20,000 people in Japan, including Sasaki's father and grandparents when their home was swept away. Sasaki.
He lit up the radar gun with triple-digit fastballs and made hitters look helpless with his devastating splitter. In just 3.2 innings, he struck out 8 batters, leaving no doubt that he belonged on this stage.
Roki Sasaki.
Strikeout number 8. With an exclamation mark on Roki Sasaki and his World Baseball Classic debut.
Then came 2024, his final season in Japan. By now, every outing he pitched was closely watched, as speculation swirled about when he would make the jump to Major League Baseball. He finished the season with a 10-5 record and a 2.35 ERA, and 129 strikeouts in 111 innings. Incredibly, this was his highest ERA as a professional, yet it was still better than what many MLB aces were producing. Even in what some considered a down year, Sasaki remained one of the most dominant pitchers on the planet. By the end of the season, the decision was made. Sasaki officially declared his intention to leave Japan and make the jump to MLB. And just like that, every single major league team lined up, eager for a chance to sign a pitcher who could change the course of their franchise. What does that mean? It means that the bidding war was on. The moment Roki Sasaki declared for MLB, every team with a pulse and a pitching need went into a frenzy. This wasn't just any free agent. This was a 100-mile-per-hour fireballer with a split finger that made hitters question their career choices. And at just 23 years old, he had the potential to be an ace for the next decade. But there was a catch. Because Sasaki was under 25, MLB's international signing rules applied. Instead of a $300 million mega deal like Yoshinobu Yamamoto's, Sasaki was limited to an international free agent contract. Translation: he could only sign for a minor league deal with a signing bonus between $5.1 million and $7.6 million. In baseball terms, that's basically gas money. For deep-pocketed teams like the Dodgers, Yankees, and Mets, this was like walking into a luxury car dealership and getting a brand new Ferrari for the price of a used Toyota. The bidding war was fierce, with every team trying to convince Sasaki that they were the perfect fit. But when the dust settled, only one team won. On January 17, 2025, Sasaki made it official. He took to social media and announced that he was joining the Los Angeles Dodgers. Every organization helped me in its own way, and it was an incredibly difficult decision to choose just one. I am fully aware that there are many different opinions out there, but now that I have decided to come here, I want to move forward with the belief that the decision I made is the best one. Trust in those who believed in my potential and have conviction in the goals that I set for myself, he said through an interpreter. The exact details weren't immediately released, but reports confirmed a $6.5 million signing bonus and a standard MLB rookie salary structure, meaning the Dodgers would control him through at least 2030. Just to put this in perspective, if Sasaki had waited just 2 more years, he could have signed a deal worth over $300 million. Instead, he chose competition over cash. He wanted to face the best hitters in the world right now.
Well, first of all, thank you very much. And I just signed a minor league contract, so my goal is to be able to pitch on a major league mound here at Dodger Stadium.
And the rest of the MLB? They just watched the Dodgers land yet another generational superstar for pennies on the dollar. So here's the question. What happens next? Roki Sasaki is bringing a 101 miles per hour fastball, a devastating splitter, and a resume that includes some of the greatest pitching performances Japan has ever seen. His split-finger fastball is just absolutely devastating. It flummoxes batters. Jason Koskray, Japanese baseball writer for the Japan Times, told CNN Sport. He's got the goods, he's big, he's pretty wiry, he doesn't have a lot of muscle on him, but he's got good height, he's got amazing power with his pitches, and he's a phenomenal talent. MLB hitters have faced Japanese stars before: Yu Darvish, Masahiro Tanaka, Shohei Ohtani, Yoshinobu Yamamoto. But Sasaki is different. He's younger, he's faster, and his ceiling is terrifying. Sasaki himself put it best. You only have one career, and I don't want to look back on anything with regret. I hope I can come through with all those who supported me. I will claw my way up from a minor league contract and work to become the best player in the world. The Dodgers got their next superstar. MLB, you've been warned.
Putting on this Dodgers uniform today, I'm reminded that my journey is just about to begin.
So what do you think? Is Roki Sasaki the next great MLB ace, or will he struggle against big league hitters? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. If you enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss any updates. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.